Good.
What's up, guys? How are y'all doing?
Oh, I hear.
Good to see everybody. Been a while.
Dude, it has been. Happy
Been a minute.
Thanksgiving. How was everybody's holiday?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Good. Ate a lot of turkey. Ate a lot of good grub.
Definitely.
The same here. Did a lot of that myself.
What's up, Ben? What's up, Wild Japan? Good to see you guys here. Yeah, we were we had something going around last week. Everybody pretty much under the weather. Grant, you still a little under the weather, but you're doing better?
Yeah, I'm doing better. I've still got a little congestion, a little nasally.
All right. How you feeling, Stanley? You feeling better?
Same here. Like my head is all, still kind of a mess, but I'm coughing it all up now,
Yeah.
So I'm feeling better. I'm just not 100% yet.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, good. At least everybody's doing good. So anybody do anything special for Thanksgiving? It was just me and Audrey and our youngest that lives here in San Antonio, and did a traditional turkey bird and all the trimmings.
Yeah, we actually had hosted this year Janet's siblings and nieces and nephews, and so we had about 23 people. I think that's what we counted. 23.
Wow. Yeah.
That's too many people in one place for me.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is.
Most of them's kids. I think one nephew has 2, another one has 2, niece has 2, another nephew has 3, and 1 on the way. So
wow,
a lot of youngins running around. Great.
That's awesome.
Nephew.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, a few more months we'll have another young one up here.
Yeah.
Not far away. Not far away.
We were kind of in the same boat for Thanksgiving. We had some plans. It was just kind of like, I don't know, the planning this year was a little bit different. So we ended up we hosted at our house. This is the first time we've done that. And I think it's probably the first time we've ever done it. We don't have many people out here too much because of the remodel and everything we've been working on. But we had a lot of fun. We had everybody over here, got the house clean as a result, which was amazing.
Nice.
And we all had a blast. Made about a 3-day weekend out of it.
Very cool. Very cool.
Heck yeah.
Very cool. So everybody had a good Thanksgiving. What about everybody else? Ben says they went down to Corpus Christi and ate too much Thursday, then fishing on Friday. Hey, so how'd the fishing go on Friday, Ben?
I'll tell you right now, he did good.
We'll say, was he the one that had all those pompano?
That was him, yeah.
Oh, damn. He's a pompano slayer. I'll be down there fishing for days and not catch Jack Diddley pompano-wise, and he'll come down in half hour and catch all the dang pompano.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Yep, he's the pompano slayer.
Mm-hmm.
So I started a story before we got on live here. I guess I can finish it now. We got time.
Might as well.
The old Aquaholic, me and the guys went down. I want to say not last Friday. Friday before, I guess. To get it back from the mechanic and take it back where we're going to be storing it and put it in and make sure everything works, and back down the ramp, start the port motor, start the starboard motor, no start. It'd crank over and then die, crank over and then die. And then finally it wouldn't even crank over. So we were like, okay, we're just going to drive it on the port motor over to the dock where we store the boat and just mess with it there. So I go to back off the trailer and I drive up further on the trailer. And so then I push forward and I go back. So the mechanic, that's one of the things he did was put in new shift cables and new throttle cables for us. Well, he got the shift cables backwards. So now I got to drive over there on one motor, try to dock with one motor when my mind tells me to push it a certain way, but now I got to override what my mind's been doing for a long time. But we got over there, we started digging into it. And after about an hour or so, I called the mechanic and He's a good mechanic. They made a mistake that day, and he was so sick to his stomach. He was so upset about it. But he came over. It took a little while, but they got the shift cables figured out. And then the motor wouldn't start. We pulled the bulb, right, the little pump bulb, and it wouldn't pull a vacuum. So you knew it wasn't pulling no fuel. So he put a new one on there, and sure enough, the motor started right up, ran like a champ. So it was late afternoon Friday because we got there late morning. So I was like, I just want to run it and make sure everything works. So we went out. I tested the toilet. I got to fix the pump primer on the toilet. Everything else seemed to work pretty good. The steering was a little bit funky. I think I need to bleed it again. So that's on the list of to-dos. And it was actually the best weather I've ever experienced down there. I mean, it was flat. We went out the jetties. We went out about 5 miles looking for Boatman's Reef. Rode around there. We saw zero structure, where they say it's at. Dropped some baits just in case. Didn't catch anything. We just drifted a little bit. Went and trolled around one of the tower things out there. Nothing. So it's already sun going down now. So we're like, well, let's just go back by the jetties and fish some more. We got there and caught a few throwbacks. Nothing to talk about. And game plan, hey, Saturday morning, we're getting up early. We're going to come out and check these 3 close in because this is the last weekend for red snapper too.
Yeah.
Check these 3 man-made reefs out here that are on the graph. Next morning, and the weather was supposed to be exact same. Got up, got going, and it's like, man, it's a little windier today. Yeah, I think it is. We get out there. We get to the end of the jetties, that area they call the apron, where you got currents and tides and wind and all that, and it was a washboard. So my old boat, turn around and go back. This boat, we said, no, she's going. So drove through it, and then it never calmed down. When it was supposed to be 1 to 2s, it was 3, 4s easily the whole time out there.
Oh, that is rough.
3 different areas where there's supposed to be reefs and didn't see anything. Marked some fish, so we did a little drift fishing, but we were moving so fast, we were drifting at almost 3 miles an hour. So it's like, you want to drift or something? Okay, there it is. Okay, and we're by it already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was brutal, and it was a little rough out there. It was bumpy, and so my team started getting seasick. So we moved in closer to those near the oil well ones or the gas wells, and did some more trolling around those, and did some looking around. Didn't catch anything. Then we're like, okay, so now it's getting late in the day again. And we're like, okay, let's go in and check the jetties. Going in, and jetties, waves are breaking on them pretty bad, but everybody's like tucked up inside the channel, right, away from the waves. So we went up there with them, caught some throwbacks, nothing to speak of. And there's this inshore wreck that we know about that we fished before. I'm like, well, let's go check that sucker out. So this is the end of the day, right? So go out there, try and get set up on this wreck. And Stanley, how when storms and stuff come, they move things around on the water. So this wreck's got 2 buoy markers at each end of it, right? And then there's another buoy that I think had broken loose from something else and tangled into it because we'd never seen it there before. But when we were looking, we went beyond it, and we're still seeing the wreck. It's like it's moved, right? And so we're like, okay, we're going to get past it, get up current from it, drop anchor, and then drift back into it so you guys can drift your baits back to it. Drop anchor. It had us moved off to the side a little bit, didn't line us up well. So like, let's move it again. So went to bring up the anchor. I see that bow pulpit go. I'm like, oh crap. So we got up to where they could see the chain, but we had snagged one of those buoy lines, one of the chains for the buoys. So now try to drive past it and get off, try all the different stuff. Nothing's working. Finally, we make the call to get out the knife and cut the anchor line.
Oh, that sucks.
By this time, I'm like, okay, there goes $200 worth of stuff. I'm ready to go in, guys. And so we turned around and went back in. And then that night, we made our list of the things we got to do to get her right still. So good. She ran like a champ.
Yeah,
not a single issue running. Also good, got me out there in not perfect conditions, right? conditions, I wouldn't have been out there in my Mako, and fully confident. Right, the guys didn't like it so much as far as they were getting a little bit seasick, but the boat handled it like it was nothing. So I enjoyed all that. So that's the good to it. The bad is more time on water. We just got to get out there. I talked to a couple other people. And they're like, those original markers, just like that one wreck moving I talked about, those original markers out there aren't really that accurate anymore. They said you got to kind of just ride around and look for it. We did, but probably not enough. So
I will tell you that like in completely vague and uncertain terms, some of our all-time best fishing spots are the result of those markers being wrong.
Right. I understand that. We did on our way in, so only a couple miles out from the jetties, happened to go right over a wreck. I was like, holy shit. Turn around, went back. There it is. So I marked it on the graph. So I got a waypoint, so we can go back and check that one out later.
Right.
We've come across some good ones like that too. Rachel has a spot offshore when we went out on my uncle's boat, found a spot, and she was her honorary trip, so she got the spot named after her, and it's especially like with what you're going to be dealing with, it's warfare out there. Those guys, when you got a $200,000-$300,000 boat, those guys have electronics to match it, and you see somebody on the horizon flying by, and you immediately leave your spot because they can tag you, and then they've got your spot. So you got to throw out the outriggers or something, make it look like you're trolling. Do something to make them not tag you. There's tricks.
Yeah, I'm sure. There were a few boats out there, not a lot. I think at the most we saw maybe 3 or 4 at one time. Kind of same spots, right? We go to the spot and start. Somebody'd be there, or they'd show up after we've gotten there, and just it looked like a bunch of people riding around looking for something, but not finding it.
Those are really hard conditions. When you get into stuff like that, like 3 mile an hour, but whatever 3 knot currents and 3 foot plus surf. That's rough. That's hard to do.
Bumpy.
And not even drifting, like drifting over structure and trying to fish. It's one thing, but you're not dropping your stuff straight down. You're dropping it with a 45-degree slant to it. So you drop over it, and then maybe, try to drop everything beforehand, but then you got to like drag across it, and you have to have that scope, and it's a
nightmare.
Man, it is.
Yep.
What's up, Zane and Gunpoint Llama? Good to see you guys. Appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us tonight, man. We're going to be seeing some of the fishing and hunting you guys have been doing in just a minute here.
Bagden, how you doing?
Got Bagden in the house. How's it going there, man? Big Bite Mafia. So what's the decision on Ugliest fish? Yeah, we need to talk about that. We got some ugly fish to look at here, gentlemen. It's a unique discussion because when you talk about ugly fish, we had a whole discussion about this in the Discord server. It went off. Like there was a lot of conversation about it. And the initial thought on this is blobfish. Real easy one. Except that this isn't what a blobfish looks like. This is after either that's the result of barotrauma or I think they boil them or something like that to make them look like that.
Good Lord.
So ugly for sure, but not even, really what they look like. I'm trying to look. I got to pull up a picture now to show you what they actually look like. Because I completely forgot to add this here. Sorry about that. I'm a little bit. It's been a day, man. It's not the same,
It's definitely an ugly fish.
Yeah, that would get my vote. Looks like it should be saying,
please just end it all. This is what it. Let me show my screen. I'll show you what it actually looks like.
Oh,
so that's a blobfish.
Not quite as hideous as the original one.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's much
not going to win any pretty awards, but I also don't feel like this is deserving of that title.
We might get a stay on that. So what else? What do we got? What?
All right, we got a few. There's a couple people put some names out there. This is one, John, I think you can appreciate. You've got into these before.
Lizardfish. Yep. They're
So
weird looking.
it's a weird one. They're strange looking. I don't know if I'd have that in the ugliest fish. And we've got some other ones going to be coming up in a minute. You guys in the chat, let us know your thoughts on this, like where you think these stand. Maybe are we totally wrong about blobfish just because they are ugly after you do stuff to them? Or like, do you think lizardfish is EVR right about this? Also, I put anybody who like they put these fish out there. Yeah, I went ahead and put your name along with that. So you got to stand behind your own fish. If you're not here to defend yourself, that's on you.
Big Bite Mafia said flathead is one ugly mug. Now, I've learned there's more than one type. So flathead, like in America, the catfish, because if you go down, I think it's Australia, they have a flathead, but it's not a catfish. It's a saltwater fish that they get in the surf, and it's really not that ugly, but it's not. So it just depends on what flathead you're talking about now. Toadfish, yeah, I'm bad.
Yeah, toadfish are on the list for sure.
Yeah,
we did a video. I guess it was about 2 years ago where we ate toadfish, and I'll eat anything. I don't care. I think it's all, it's all fish. But I got to say, toadfish was up on the high. It was high up on the list of things that I don't ever want to eat again. It was not good.
Okay, the catfish. I don't know. Flatheads aren't that bad looking. They're tasty. I know that.
Here's EVR. You got good timing, man. You get to protect, you get to defend yourself on this. And he says, I have a thought about the topic more. I think that wolffish are more ugly than the lizardfish. Yeah,
is that a picture of the wolffish?
I can pull one up here. Let me look it up here real quick.
Interesting.
Because that's a pretty nasty fish. Oh shoot! Hold on, I pulled up a video.
Yeah, I don't think that's one you want to lip.
Oh no, actually, yeah. Let's look at the video of this.
Hold on. Yeah, you don't want to lip that guy.
I'm pulling up my screen on this right now.
Oh shit, that thing's ugly. Frill shark.
Can you see it?
Not yet.
Okay, sorry. There we are. Okay, so yeah, this is a wolf.
Oh yeah, I know one thing. These will tear you up. They get a hold of you too.
Yeah, they look like demons.
Right? Look at that face.
Mm.
And they got a serious bite to them too.
Yeah, that's high on the list of ugly.
Mm.
That's high on the list of ugly for sure.
Yeah.
What about? Have you looked at the frilled shark? FRILLED shark.
Let's see.
FRILLED. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, that guy's a mess.
Yeah, look at that son of a gun.
Is that real? Does that exist now?
Yeah.
That's a video game character.
They're very rare. They're in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, very deep.
Mm.
Looking at you sideways.
That's a good one. That's definitely on the list. I think that's those teeth. They got those weird, like you can't even really see it too well on here, but man, they've got like rows. Each one of those teeth is like 7 teeth.
Yep. Then they got that anglerfish. That's another one that's kind of ugly.
We got some of that. What was the next one here? Oh, the monkfish. Who's the? Yeah, okay. So Big White Mafia.
Yeah, that one's ugly. He looks kind of like that anglerfish. Jawline.
It's a species of angler. I think we probably got a couple of anglers on the list here that we're gonna be looking at. Yeah, monkfish are pretty bad. I've heard these are pretty tasty though. Am I wrong about that? I want to say that these are good eating fish. He's obviously on a bed of ice, so he can't be terrible.
True. I'm sure there's some countries that it's high dollar.
Yep, probably
That's
so.
true. You know what? Let's get some tunes going for this discussion.
Ooh, red-lipped batfish. Have you seen that one?
No, let's see.
Red-lipped batfish.
Oh, that's funny you say that. This was okay. So that guy was on the list. I actually don't have a slide of him, but there was somebody that brought this one brought this one up. I didn't see him
What
as that ugly.
Yeah. That's a goofy looking thing. Maybe more funny looking than ugly. I don't know. Is there a difference?
Right. Odd.
Yeah. I just found that monkfish again. Another picture. Golly, that thing is ugly. Oh man, Sloan's viperfish.
So we got him on the list here. I don't remember where he's at. Stonefish, B&O has stonefish. Obviously, those are pretty bad looking.
You don't want
That's an ugly fish. And these are mean, like that's a poisonous fish. So that's a different. That's kind of a different ball game.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're ugly and can back it up.
Yeah, that red lip batfish, big bottom. I agree. I think they're cute. I'd put that in an aquarium. Probably kill everything in there.
What the?
Yep, the
can't tell what
gulper
that is. Oh, okay. I can see now. Wow.
Open, yeah.
Gulper.
Yeah, that's a weird damn fish. That's the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah. Wait till you see the Sloan's viperfish. That thing. Ooh.
We will have. I think it's actually. I think it was Dark who has him up here in a minute here. Okay, obviously lampreys. Those things are gross.
Yeah.
They're alien like, creepy. They want to suck your brains out or something.
That I know that's not quite the same, but that bite reminds me of those cookie cutter shark bites that just look horrific. Remember we did that with that guy. I forget his name, but we had the gentleman that was. We were talking about the tournament. Those guys lost because it had all the cookie cutter shark bites.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This reminds me of that.
It was mutilated.
What's up, Ben?
That's right. We're talking about ugly fish, Ben. We've seen some ugly ones.
Got in on the rainbow trout.
Yeah, he did. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
That's
There's
it right
your
there. Look at
Sloan's
that
viper.
son of a gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Look
wild.
at that. And it's got a long, slender body like that last one. Look at that eye. It looks like its head is already rotted, but it's alive there. And look at the teeth on that thing.
Mm.
Look at that. Yeah, no thanks.
That looks like something that should be made into a horror movie thing.
Yeah, definitely. A megalodon of that.
Yes, exactly. They can like breathe air and decides that it wants to like live in your toilet or something. There you go. That's a winner.
Nasty.
What's up, Tyler?
Catch and cook. I don't know.
If I got my hands on one, it would be.
Yeah, he would catch and cook it for sure. I think I'm skipping on that one.
Mm.
That's crazy.
Well, there can't be much to eat to one of those.
No, it looks like a dead skeleton already.
Right. See right through it.
Yeah, that's a deep water fish, though. That's going to be some good tasting meat.
Mm.
Do you got the hagfish in your list?
I don't. Let's take a look.
Oh my god.
The hagfish. I want to say I've seen this before. No, it's a lamprey.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Tubular fish with pink gray skin.
That I don't know what is going on here, but this is not right.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you should be doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you got the goblin shark.
I do not, but let's take a look because that is a pretty. Yeah, that's you.
Look at that.
Dalai Lama. He'd know more about this. This is an Australian thing.
Mm. The name suits it.
Yeah.
No.
This is just like God had some leftover pieces.
Right? That's exactly what it looks like.
Mm.
That is just creepy looking.
You imagine pulling that up on the boat?
That a lot of people will probably be cutting their line with that one.
Yeah. So this is the one that's on that I would I put really high up on it on the list is the Stargazer.
Yeah.
I forget which species this is. It's a pretty damn ugly fish. We did a video on this one. That's my thumbnail on the right over there. And that video popped because of how popularly ugly they are. And they're also called the they have some weird nickname, like the most. I don't. Let me look it up. I don't remember. They have a weird nickname. The deadliest creature on Earth, something like that.
What's up, Outdoors Fishing Dream? Good morning.
Hey, what's up, man? We're looking at ugly fish here.
Not the three of us, the fish.
The meanest thing in creation is their nickname, something like that. And the reason being is because not only do they have that ugly face, they are venomous and toxic, or they have poisonous slime. Oh, they have poisonous slime, and they have an electrode, like an electric eel. They'll shock you. They'll shock you good.
I think I got an uglier one for you.
What you got?
The illuminated net devil.
This sounds like something you'd find on like OnlyFans or something, honestly.
Right there, that center picture, top center.
Yeah, that's odd.
Look, the one next to it.
That's a winner. Whenever your guts are hanging out and trailing, behind you.
But I guess it uses that thing to attract bait fish and then chomps them up with them teeth.
Yeah, you got like a little lure.
Yep.
Like a snapping turtle tongue. Kind of looks like a little worm wiggling.
Yep. Look at that. Ugh, dang, that's ugly.
How did this one not end up in the chat in Discord? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Because that is a winner.
That might be my winner right there. Illuminated net devil.
So I had to add this one because I just thought it was hilarious. Check this out. Bagden, where are you at, man? You got to tell us a story on what your brother's doing catching a half redfish, half jack crevalle.
What the heck happened to his face? He swam really fast and hit a brick wall.
Yeah, somebody hit him in the face with a baseball bat.
Poor guy. But as big as he is, he's surviving.
Well, actually, I can imagine that, like, if I caught that guy, I would probably be releasing him. I don't know if I want that on my plate.
That is strange looking.
Next up, this is my contribution. So I'm going back to that year where I ate a bunch of weird stuff.
Hake.
And hake is, that's the one for me.
I seen the video. Somebody just caught one on a video I just watched yesterday out in Florida. Deep dropping.
Yep. They look kind of like a cod. You think they're edible, and they're actually not too bad. Actually, they're not bad tasting, but they obviously suffer from barotrauma real bad. So when you pull them up, they look like a muppet.
Crazy. That is crazy. All right. I'm still thinking that illuminated net devil is my vote for the ugliest fish. That dude's my vote right there. Look at all that stuff.
Yeah, it's all this right here. That's what does it for me.
It's an artist rendition. You're like, oh, it couldn't be that bad. Then you see a real one. You're like, oh, shit, it is that bad.
The artist was not able to depict it good enough.
Look at that. There it is.
Is that? Yeah, look.
Oh, my gosh.
It's pretty horrific.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a pretty ugly one there.
Ben says lean cod, or let's see.
Yeah, they're actually not a pretty fish either. Good eating though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hadn't got into any of those yet, but I plan on it. I've heard they're really good eating.
Yeah. I usually hear people up in Northwest and Alaska catching those. Washington State, that area.
I really enjoyed, so I did that for like a whole summer where I was catching every weird thing that I would catch. I was eating it, and I had a lot of fun with that. The videos didn't go anywhere. So I enjoyed doing that. I would totally go back to doing that, but it didn't do anything as far as like, YouTube stuff like I kind of thought it would. That having been said, yeah, if I caught one of those, I would be eating it. I would try it once. Hey there.
That one for sure. They're good. Hey, Haley.
Hello, Haley.
I don't think if I caught that freaking illuminated net devil, I don't think I would even try to eat that. That's a line cutter, I think.
Let's see what the people have to say about ugly fish. Blobfish. Okay, so the list from Fact Animal is blobfish, frilled shark, the illuminated net devil, monkfish, goblin shark,
Yeah.
the wolffish, Sloan's viper, and hagfish. We did a pretty good job. Just like everybody here, I don't think everybody was just offering up like one picks. We didn't have a whole lot of like duplicate options here.
Right.
We did a really good job of nailing it as far as the ugliest fish.
I think so.
I'm actually pretty proud of that. That's good company that we're keeping around. If we're able to come up with that, reproduce the #1 search result in Google without, trying.
Yep, definitely.
And John, I got to say that your 2 nominations were like, I don't count the blobfish. You count it if you want, but you got 2 and 3.
Yeah, there's some ugly fish down there. Stanley, if you catch them, Stanley will eat them. I think that, like that illuminated net devil, I think we just don't see them much because they're way deep, like way deep.
Yeah, some of that hideous stuff I would think would be like in the Amazon or something.
Well, that's possible too. I think a lot of those things that are deep water ones, they just wash up once in a while, and they're like, "What the heck is this?"
Right. Not something that gets caught very often.
Right.
Oh, good, Dark. You brought up some good ones, man. Dark, we did a good job. The whole discussion, like we all had this whole discussion. We pulled up all of the things that everybody was looking at in the Discord server, and then we pulled up a list on Google, and we basically rewrote that list for them.
Yep.
Something to be proud of on that. Our guys got good taste. So anybody who's watching this after the fact, if you're watching this when it's no longer live, let us know in the comments down below. If we need to put out a separate video on this and have a conversation, we can do that. We can have some fun with it. And we can address your comments and anything that you have to say. Anybody who's here hanging out, after this is done, leave a comment and we can address that, like make, a little video about it. Like, if somebody says, no, it has to be this fish, we can throw that out and have some fun with it. Yeah, it seems the ugliest ones are either in Australia or very deep down.
Yeah. Down under.
Mm-hmm.
Which we have our Australian friends. I'm sorry to say, guys, you just have some fish that only a mother could love.
Yep.
So, on that note, how do you guys feel about taking a look at some less unattractive fish? Some of the things that we've been able to pull up in the last couple of weeks since we've been out.
Let's see it.
We got some good ones. There's a lot of people took advantage of the holiday and got outside and did some stuff.
Yep, Dark Soldier. That's one of them we looked at.
Yep.
That's Sloan's viper fish.
All right. This is our photos of the week, courtesy of the Premier Fishing Hunting Discord server. There is a link in the description down below. Come and join us. Have a lot of fun. You can see that we did, and we would all enjoy taking part. in the fishing and the hunting that you do. Come and have some fun with us. This week, kicking things off, because there was a lot. Peter, so he's doing his comic book stuff, and he works with a bunch of comic book artists. He's working on his own comic book. And so one of the things that this is kind of a tease for a comic book thing that he's wanting to do, he's working on. And it's going to be about fishing, and this is like one of the art pieces for that fishing that he's working on.
Nice.
You wanted to
Turn
brag
the boat
about it.
around. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that looks like the day that you were out there, John.
All right.
So that's an ugly fish, whatever it is.
Right?
Yeah.
It should have been on the list, Peter.
That's
Next up, we got the guys who managed to get outdoors and have some good time. G Llama, Daniel, hi-bye, getting some good vistas from around the world. Guys, thank you for bringing us along on that journey with you. Looks like beautiful days, and we hope to see more from you.
Definitely.
Wild Japan. So this is the fish, I believe it's called Ao, something like that. And this is a way that they cook them is they put that, they skewer them like that, and they put them in there with that coal to, I guess, smoke them, something. Wild Japan, you're going to have to give us some backstory on this, man.
Yeah.
How does this work?
Yeah, I missed that on on Discord.
Yeah, I had to play catch up all day long. Like I was literally working on this slideshow up until like 2 minutes after we started the stream because I was so behind. I was playing catch up on what everybody was doing, but this one caught my eye. If somebody gets me an illuminated net devil, I may try cooking it like this. I'm curious to. I'm curious. Okay, so he says, yeah, they're cooked over coals. These ones are just being kept warm. Okay, so they're not being cooked right. I guess they're already cooked and they're just being kept warm. Interesting. I'd take a crack at it. Are you going to be doing any of your fish like that, man? I'd like to see you do this. Now, I want to see this reproduced. And, of course, Wild Japan, he went out and got himself some fish. You're going to be doing that to any of these guys.
Oh, man, I'm trout. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was just out there, out at that little pond in the top left corner.
Looks like a popular place. A lot of people around it.
Yeah, a lot of cars. There's a couple of them, but yeah, they were all packed with cars. What is the texture like? Oh, okay, yeah. So when they're cooked like that, Wild Japan, what's the texture like on that? And what kind of fish are they? Well, okay, they're cooking Ao. Is that like it kind of? I get the feeling it's kind of like a carp or a perch.
Kind of look like a mudcat type of.
Hooked up in backlash. Hey, man, I haven't seen you here in a while.
Hey, what's up, man? You have them skewered. You put around a coal pile and turn them every few minutes until they. Oh, cool. Okay, interesting. I like that.
Yeah, I'd try it.
Yeah, I would too. I'm kind of curious about doing that now. The skin is crunchy and the meat is soft when the AU is cooked that way.
Interesting.
I'm sold.
Huh. Ooh.
Next up, we got Gunpoint Llama. Dude, I can't even do this guy justice. He probably would have filled 4 slides with all the fish he got. He's out there every single day. Keep doing what you're doing, man. On rough days when I'm not able to get out, I enjoy living vicariously through your catches, man.
Nice crappie.
Mm-hmm.
And next up, we got just a ton of guys catching a ton of good fish. Gatito, Pepe Gap, Lance, doth shoe, doth fitteth.
Man, I don't recognize a couple of those.
Yeah, Gatito's in Australia. Pepe Gap, I want to say he's in Dallas.
That top left looks like some type of carp. Maybe buffalo. They call them buffalo, I think.
Is that you, Big Bite? Why are you trying to confuse us with different names?
I say, yeah, it's his buffalo. Okay. Hey, I got one right.
Oklahoma. Okay, you were in Dallas recently.
Okay. Japan.
Ben, I got you. I got you.
Oh,
G-Rama. Check this out.
That might be
It's
on the
just
ugly
now coming
fish
in a
list.
big time season for him.
Mm-hmm.
That big one in the middle could make that ugly fish list. Some kind of shark, it looks like.
Yeah, what they called that a draft board, dreadnought, dread something. It's a weird name like that. Crazy looking shark.
It is.
Pretty. He pet it, played with it, and let it go. There we are, Ben. Fish.
Oh man, he's got that big old black drum. I've seen the video on that. And a trout, and then he's got his trout over there on the left that he was up catching the rainbow. It looks like nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're doing those stockings now here in Texas. Some of the ponds and little lakes.
I was looking that up. They didn't do the same pond that they did when I went out and tried that a couple years ago, and they're not doing Corpus again until January.
Huh.
Big time congratulations to that catch. If I'm not mistaken, that's his daughter's personal best, and that is a hell of a fish.
Yeah, that's a big one. It's good. That's a nice sized trout too.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. He was talking about how it's possible this may have been a red-black hybrid.
Huh.
It said the head was a little bit small in the shape. It was just a little bit small in girth for a black drum that size.
It'd be interesting to hear what they say.
Ooh, man. Hey, it's miserable conditions. I hope you're not bringing them down with you, but let me know. Let's get in touch. You're out fishing, man. I'll hit you up on that. We go have some fun. Next up, we got who got himself a couple of good bass out of the pond out back.
Nice.
Not too shabby. I imagine you probably don't got a whole lot more of that left in the
Who
season.
caught him?
Who caught him? Who's on first?
Exactly. Hooked up Max. I said, "Yeah, let's do it."
I'm all about it. You got to do something about my weather, though, bro. It sucks. I took Thursday off to go fishing, and 5 to 7 foot seas, 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh, man,
starting Thursday morning.
That's when it's going to start getting nice here. We think Friday we're going to hit 70s again, and then right back to 60s and 50s.
Well, I hope the weather report's wrong, honestly.
Yeah, well, they're known to do that. They were wrong for us.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Ben was out there. Okay, so there's his dang pompano over there.
Pompano. Plus, he went off. Well, I don't. That's not offshore. I suppose they're probably in the bay. But I mean, obviously, look at all those reds, man.
Yeah, they're tearing it up.
Mm-hmm. Whenever you can get friends, family, the whole group together for a haul like that, that's a heck of a day.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, killing it, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Oh, I had to bring this up. Did you see Darcy's video?
I didn't watch the video. I saw the thumbnail, though.
Yeah, she just posted it. I had to post this. So this was like the biggest thing she's ever speared with the bow and arrow. And dude, she was flipping her lid. It's like the most excited I've seen anybody catch a fish in forever.
For a black drum, especially.
Yeah, so I had to pull that up. Darcy, you guys are awesome. Keep killing it, man. Great catch and a great video. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that excitement. She was squealing. It was funny.
Oh, there you go.
Fishing Ninja with a nice tuna. And I don't know what that is on the right. Maybe one of you Australian guys can give me a little heads up on that. I don't know what that is, but it looks awesome. And I don't know which one of these two. This is a little bit of a personal discussion I had with myself between these two. I don't know which is the better of the fish, which is the one to be more proud of.
Both look pretty dang good.
Opal, is that what it is?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they both look pretty good fish.
Mm-hmm. Gorgeous shots too. Speaking of gorgeous shots, Stan the man who I feel that something needs to be said about that name. I just don't. It just doesn't rub me right.
It's not Stanley the man. It's just Stan the man.
Yeah. He got himself a nice couple of bass. Medic got a nice wrasse, beautiful little triggerfish, just gorgeous catch in general.
Golly.
And then High-Buy, that is just one of the most wicked colorations on a fish I've ever seen. Plus that carp, it looks like a triple tail to me, but whatever that is, that's a big damn fish.
On the end, I think that is a triple tail.
It's not. It's I want to say it's related to carp. It's something like he's in Malaysia in that vicinity. If I'm getting that wrong.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly it is. I was just under the impression I thought it was along the lines of a carp.
That one looks kind of like a snakehead or something.
Yeah, it's a species of snakehead. Yeah. A lot prettier than the ones we have here.
Just trying to see what the words were.
See a snook.
The words on this one?
Yeah, the pattern on that fish. I can't tell what it says.
Oh, stop looking at me.
Looks airbrushed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Edward, can you give us a hand? Can you help us identify this fish? If I'm not mistaken, this is your neck of the woods. I could be wrong about that, but I know I've seen you with those snakeheads like that. Can you identify what that fish is on the right, bottom right? We have a species that's similar down here called a triple tail. Yeah, not the snakehead.
What's the other one on the other end?
What's the other one? That looks like I want to say it's a carp. John, you were saying it was.
It looks like a triple tail. Yeah,
That's very cool. Yes, sir. The bottom right corner, next to that snakehead. The same guy. He caught all four, or he caught all four of those. I think it was two snakeheads and then that one other guy.
Hmm.
Huh. We may never know.
Yeah, let's see. What's up, Wild Game?
Hey,
Good to see you, man.
Game. Good to see you.
Right.
He's got the name of it. I got to move on with the slide, but let me know if you get it. If you pick it up, let me know. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Next up, Bestuvian Clay and Relax. Relax, you didn't catch any recently, but man, we weren't able to get these into the last one, so I'm pulling them up now.
Nice snook. A couple bass. I don't know what that
Nice
top left.
crappie over there. Good catches just all the way around. And I think Relax up there, he got those going for snook.
Huh. I don't know what the one is. Oh, wow.
Some more stuff from all over. Like, I don't know what that looks like. I don't even know. That one in the dark colored fish.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Relax. You got a snakehead, and that you caught that snakehead trying to go for tarpon, and you got that other one. Fat B, I don't know. That looks like we talked about this because he caught one of these a couple weeks ago. We were looking at, and I don't remember if we ever got the name for it.
Okay, I think he said this. Right, the species of
Giant
gourami.
gourami. Okay.
Huh.
Man, I was hoping that would give us some clarification. We don't have anything
Nothing
like a
like
gourami here.
Oh, I've never heard of it. Uh-oh.
And then, of course, we got the guys getting the red meat. Cairo, Zane, Trey, Dear Darby, Tigers fan Chris, and Mr. Hicks. Everybody getting out there and getting everything under the sun.
What is that Dear Darby is holding up?
That's beaver. Like a personal best 63-pound beaver.
Okay, I didn't see a beaver tail, so I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, you got it upside down. She's got it upside down.
Tail's going over his shoulder, it looks like.
I have to enlarge that so I can tell.
Some nice deer.
Yeah.
Oh, to the right. I can see it now.
Yeah, up top. And for some reason, tell me if this is a thing or not. I thought this was weird, but apparently, like, everyone and their mother is going for headshots on deer these days.
Yeah, I've seen some talk on some different forums on it, and some people get all mad about it. And hey, you kill the deer quickly and put it out of its misery. I mean, unless you want the horns and all that or a mount.
Yeah, that's my thought on it. It's a better kill shot. It's a more difficult shot to make, but if you miss, you completely miss, and they get to, they get to go and be free. So I think it's a better shot. Yeah, it makes it easier where you don't have to track them. I like the idea personally. I don't have a trophy on my wall, so I can't speak much to that, but that's my 2 cents. Henry Mosley, check out that baby.
I haven't seen Henry in here in a while.
It's been a minute. He's been busy. He's got college stuff going on, but he's getting back into the hunting thing. It being hunting season.
Yep.
And so he did finally manage to get out there and get himself a buck. He's been trying to for a year and a half now.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. He rattled it in. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Oof.
And then we got the guys bringing up the rest. Tigers fan got himself a buck. Georgianator and Raccoon, who saw one.
Raccoon, that one. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Something else. A lot of junk on there. Looks neat. That looks neat.
All right, so it is that time, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. We need to pick ourselves not one, but 2 winners this week. Because we've been out of the mix for Thanksgiving. We need to pull up 2 people on this. And here's the catch. We need to pull ourselves up and add to our 2023 Photographer of the Week Wall of Fame. We need to get 1 person with a fish and 1 person with a deer. So we're going to all just vote for Peter.
Hey, Peter wins it.
We all knew who was going to win. No, I'm kidding. We need to get 2 of these guys on the board. So I'm going to pull out a pen and paper. You guys let me know who is it. We need 2 people. 1 from the left and 1 from the right. Who gets added?
Just because you worked so hard on it, Moses get 1 of them. And oh, that's tough. Since it might be a hybrid,
So I'm gonna go with
those are mine.
A and F.
A and F.
All right. A and F. 1. Yeah. Okay. So I am gonna go. Let me see.
I like E too. That's tough. But I like the story that might be some type of hybrid, so that'd be cool too.
Yeah, I'd like to hear
A
more
and
about that. All right. C and F.
No.
And we got A and E, A and D.
I'm gonna go C and F.
Another A and D.
I'll go with C and F. I like the big beaver.
I'm not saying a word. I'm gonna go. Man, I'm going.
Oh Lord.
I'm going CD. I'm a little bit off. I like that snakehead, and I like the if you know Hi-Bi in the server, great attitude, always there, wonderful person. I wish Hi-Bi was here, but obviously he's probably asleep right now. He's got school. But I want to see that fish on the list, and yeah, that beaver. I think that just to me that just. Oh, I kind of want to see Henry, but yeah, that beaver. Who hates? Who cannot like a beaver?
Yep.
C and F, C and D, A and F. Bagden, you have good taste, Bagden.
Great.
There he is, just in time. You're not even going to vote for one of the fishing guys. You're going to come in here and you're going to vote for yourself, and then you're not even going to give a vote for the fishermen.
Yeah,
guys.
we're voting 2, so you get
There's going to be 2 winners this week, Henry.
red meat or surf and turf, 1 from each. So
Hey, I got to say, we got to give Henry credit. He's doing it right. That's totally fine. People are busy. I'm not going to require you to come in. You came in at the right time. You're defending yourself exactly when you need to. I support that.
So you got A. Now you got to pick D, E, or F. One of those 3.
It says I was editing a video and looked up how to do something and got the notification. Oh, you know what? I can accept that. I can understand blaming YouTube notifications for everything. Yeah, cheers to that.
All right, we're waiting on your other vote, though, Henry.
We do need one for one of the fish. D, E, or F. You got to cast 2 votes this week.
F. We already got A. Got that down. So now we need D, E,
I trust you were editing a good video.
If he's
Better be a
editing
winner.
While we're on live, he must be a good video. There you go. D it is for him.
No way.
Way.
That makes it a tie for High Buy and We Go Fishing.
Oh, shoot.
Thanks, Henry.
D and F tied. Anyone else out there that hasn't voted yet? Speak
Does
now.
anybody here have an issue with that? Is there anybody who hasn't cast a vote? Is there anybody that has an issue with us adding 3 people to the list?
Nope, not at all.
I don't have a problem with that.
Hey, in the past, we're supposed to pick 1, and we ended up with 2, so
Yeah, you're right.
ties are ties.
Yep.
I'm good with it, dude. We're calling it.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Henry Mosley, High Buy and We Go Fishing, for being our Thanksgiving Photographer of the Week, for getting added to the, for those of you who weren't already on there, to the 2023 Photographer of the Week Wall of Fame.
Awesome. Heck of a wall.
Yeah, it is. It's getting good. Congratulations, guys, and thank you so much for being a part of everything that we do. We're looking forward to everything that you are doing in the the next coming month. We got a lot of stuff coming on here before we announce the winners of the entire thing for the whole year, which is coming up. On that note, guys, what are we doing now? We're closing things down. What can we expect to see from everybody this coming week when we come back again next Tuesday? John?
All right, well, you're not going to probably see any fishing from me. There's probably going to be some boat work, because probably won't get down to my boat to do what I need to do, but we're taking Joel's boat over to Shay's place because he's got a big heated shop that we can pull the boat in, and we got a lot of work to do on Joel's boat, his little Mako, so that's ready to do our river trips, our local freshwater trips, and maybe even some inshore down at the coast. We'll see.
Nice.
Duck season for me. Saturday is opening day. There was a misunderstanding with my buddy. He does not have a permit for opening day. It's opening Tuesday, which is Tuesday. So I'll be going with him Tuesday morning next week. We've got to find somewhere to go this weekend. We did do a little scouting this past weekend. The spot I went to last year opening day that was completely dry does have some water in it. And I did see a few ducks and a few geese. Another spot we went and checked, the water's really low, but I think we can still get a boat in. So just have to decide where we're going to go this weekend.
Cool, and bring the cameras.
That's a good problem to have. You just have to decide what to do.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I think I'm going to see if I can't get together with Hooked Up and Backlash. See if we can't get something together, go do a little bit of fishing. We'll see what happens with that. Despite horrid conditions, we'll see what we can do. In the chat, we got We Go Fishing is going to Colorado on a ski vacation.
Nice.
Better bring the camera for that. I'd like to see that as well. Wild Japan, not much going to be swamped with work. Oh, that's a bummer. I don't want to hear about all that. That's not fun. And Bagden is going to absolutely guarantee us a 45-inch snook.
Nice.
Going to hold you accountable. Yeah, we're going to hold you on.
Yeah, I want to see that. For sure.
Yeah. and my family is screaming about me for dinner. So that shows us that it is that time. Guys, we're going to have to shut it down. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We had, as usual, we had a great vacation. It was great to come back here and hang out with everybody. We thank you for being a part of that. Looking forward to seeing what everybody has for us next Tuesday when we bring it all together. Hope you have a wonderful weekend and enjoy this weather. Gentlemen, y'all have a great evening.
Peace out.
Great week.